Mega64 is coming to your town live. The Mega64 Farewell Tour coming to a city near you in November. Also, if you're in San Diego, we're doing a special September show. Only days from now, Sunday, September 10th in Escondido, California.
That's so close.
Yeah, but if you can't make it to that show, but you're still on the West Coast, we have a ton of West Coast dates in November. And get tickets, VIP, or you just want to look at the dates and wish you were there and make travel plans, whatever. Mega64.com/tour is the place to do it. We hope to see you on the road for the Farewell Tour.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You
did a great job. But now we have a guest on camera, and it was awkward because everyone's like, "What's happening?"
No, it wasn't awkward. They were learning the art of the plug.
Okay.
I was trying to do a sort of like a sign breakdown of what I was trying to.
Gotcha.
Too.
Rocco, can you do me the art of the guest hype intro?
Okay.
Show me that.
Yeah.
On tonight's show, a legend has appeared from the ashes. So I don't know what was
dead?
I don't know what was destroyed. But you didn't upload for a little bit, so we'll just say there
tragedy
was
has struck.
In your absence there was death and destruction. Mm-hmm. But from the ashes, one figure emerges as the smoke dissipates. What do you want to go by? What do you actually want to go by? Should I say Jake? Should I say
Jake, Jakey, NakeyJakey, Jacob?
Okay.
Snake Boy.
But your channel, your channel is NakeyJakey,
yes,
right? That's what. If I'm plugging it, that's what I'm going to say, right? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. That was pretty good.
That was great hype, dude.
That was pretty good.
I did what I could with the information that I had.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, no, you had good energy and
thank you.
You did great.
Okay, Rocco, can you show me the art of a perfect way to segue into a theme song?
Yeah.
No,
it's not that. No,
no,
that wasn't it.
Fuck.
I'll show you how to do it.
Yeah, right.
We're going to get into
good segue.
NakeyJakey here. He's going to get into the YouTube nitty gritty and tell us all his favorite algorithm tricks. But you can't do anything until you have a theme song.
Mine was bad.
Okay, welcome back. So full disclosure, we did film something with, we're not going to get into it, but we did film something with our guest here momentarily just before this podcast. And I'm very upset because not only am I still clean shaven for the stupid video, but I had to put sunscreen on. I'm feeling like I'm at my most pale and fleshy on this podcast. And I feel like a heads up would have been nice.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Ready? Hey, Rocco, you look like shit. So I don't know. We should probably cancel doing this.
So I would have done like
improv
a costume or something. Oh, this week I'm cosplaying as
Sub-Zero.
What's a character? A classic NakeyJakey character.
Classic NakeyJakey character would be the yoga
ball. Yeah, I was going to say the ball.
You could cosplay as the ball.
Like a pale.
I feel like that's what I look like.
Wear
right now.
a gray, just more suit.
No one's done that yet? No, you've never seen that at
no
JakeyCon or anything?
No, I haven't been to any convention where I was like, I've been to VidCon where I've done panels, but I've never had a booth or a opportunity for someone to come up and.
Have we ever gone to VidCon? We've never done that.
We did once.
Sean, you and I went once. We didn't have tickets to the event, but someone at our YouTube network was like, "Oh, but there's a big party every year. You should at least go and just meet people there. It's always good networking."
We networked, yeah.
And we went, and it was like, we are so out of our element. It's not even funny. I'm in 5 minutes, we were like, I'm ready to go.
That's how I feel. As the years have gone on. I think this last year, me and all my friends, there was one party we went to, and literally it was 10 minutes, and you wait in line. It's like, oh, are you on the list?
And
and then once we were in there, we were like, why the fuck are we even here? We could be at home, at the Airbnb we were staying at, playing bananagrams. Actually talking to the people we want to talk with.
I feel like I am no good in those settings at all. And I just wanted, I talked to who I know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I just kind of maybe even look like kind of an asshole because I'm not talking to other people. Not that I wouldn't want to. It's just that I don't have it in me to go approach a person.
Yeah, I have what do I even offer here? We did talk to Greg from Kinda Funny.
Yeah.
Because
But
again,
we-
he was like he's kind of our age, sort
He's
of
kind
in the
of
similar
funny.
field. There you go.
Exactly.
And so,
That too.
yeah.
Yeah.
But we talked with him for like 45
But didn't
minutes.
we know him already?
Kind of, yeah.
No, so
I mean,
that
I
doesn't
knew him.
count. Yeah, so like that
Yeah.
to me is like, well, I would have found him anyways. It's
Someone
like
in
when
our
you go to a
universe,
party.
yeah.
I don't know. This probably doesn't happen to many people, maybe, but you go to a party like for a lot of times for your kids,
Yeah.
and you see the other parents, and you don't know anyone except for one guy you maybe talked to once before another party. I was like, well, now you're my best friend.
That's the
Yeah.
worst.
I'm going to you, and it's,
Yeah.
I'm stuck to you. Sorry, if you want to leave me, you're not.
Now,
You're fucking stuck with me.
Yeah.
now,
stuck.
see, now we, I think it was the first time we had met was at Creator Clash,
I
right?
was about to interject and say
Oh.
I agree with all of this,
Yeah.
but an example of it actually like working out.
Yeah.
That is how we. Granted, I've been a fan and known of you guys for a long time, but I had no
Okay.
idea you even knew I existed until
Until Creator Clash?
until Creator Clash.
Okay.
And
wow.
it was really
Really?
sweet. Yeah, that you approached me, and I remember
We-
I told you I was like, no, like the pleasure is all mine, good sir. Like,
we walked into this party at Creator Clash. I was with Johnny. It was like, what's this going to be like? Because again, I was picturing that
Yeah.
VidCon party. So it's just like, see how this goes. We walked right in. We immediately saw you over to the left of the room. I was like, Johnny, we got to meet this guy. Come on. And
because I think it was you, Johnny, and Sean.
Yeah, I
right?
think it was me too.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did show up.
I was there trying my
Yeah,
best.
Right when we
you're-
walked in, though,
You're
it was
good
just
at
me and Johnny.
this.
And then
You're good at mingling.
Mm.
He mingled.
You just need a co-mingler.
I need someone who has the guts to go up to the person first, and I'll interject, and I'll be
Yeah.
charming and funny and nice, but I can't start it. No
But
way.
that's a symbiotic relationship too.
Yeah.
That if someone can open and then you can like back them up.
Yeah, I can like close the deal.
I'm with you. I feel
Yeah.
like I've been both of those people before.
Mm.
I do think Sean is better at being like an actual human being in conversation. Like even when we're out filming, usually if it's something like where we're in public, maybe we should ask if that person's okay with being in this video or something. Sean is always like the guy to do that because it sounds most human. You know, I'm gonna walk up and go like, all right, look, we're doing Dragon Ball Z. We need you're in Yamcha's
there's
shot.
this
You want to be in it?
show,
Yeah. So I'm doing that. I can't explain it in a non-dork way.
Yeah, Sean's like,
Sean is like,
Hun,
yeah. How
I don't
I'm,
say
I'm
hun.
gonna do him.
hey, sorry to interrupt your reading time. I saw you there with the book. It looks like a good book.
It's
It must be a good
always
book.
with, hey everyone, sorry, I know my friend over here. You probably saw that. I know it's wild. Anyways,
See,
we're
I would
filming a
never
quick-
apologize.
We're doing a quick YouTube video, and you already are in it. But is it cool if we just use that footage? Because I thought what we did was really funny, and you actually are perfect for what we needed. So is that cool?
Yeah.
And most of the time they go, oh yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
If they say no, it's like,
And-
all right, I get it, no worries.
And Jake, I don't know if you know our trick to Sean stumbled upon this by accident, I think, at one point. But if anybody asks why you're in a stupid costume, you know, whatever, you can diffuse any situation. If they're mad at you and you're in a costume, you can diffuse any situation with saying, "Oh, just a little Halloween come early."
Yeah,
They
that
will
works.
always go, "Oh, well, that's cool."
Wait, specifically the phrasing "a little Halloween come,
Come
early."
early.
Yeah, yeah.
Nothing else. Just
Any
that's,
human
that's
being,
the noun.
That's-
is Halloween.
that's
come
it.
early.
any
That's
human
it.
being, and they'll hear that and go, "Oh, well, that's kind of cool." Well,
It
could you do it
de-escalates.
somewhere else. Yeah, it always diffuses the situation.
Because I guess if you say it's for like a student film or YouTube channel, they think like, oh, do you want something out of this?
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something?
Well,
Yeah.
we used to do the it's a college thing, student film, whatever.
Oh.
We used
School
to do that all
project.
the time,
Dude.
and then someone curb stomped Sean's.
It hurt me so bad because I always like, what are you doing? Oh, it's a school project.
like we would always used to
Always.
use that.
Always say
Always.
that because you say that and they're instantly bored.
Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah,
like,
it's like,
well,
all right,
I don't
fine.
want to hear about school. I don't want to hear about what kind of geology class you're in. I don't give a fuck.
My
So-
major is yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you just go school project. Oh, okay, thanks. And I said it once, and the guy was like, "School project? Are you the teacher?" And I was like, "Oh,
Yeah, that hurt. That stung.
okay. I won't use that excuse anymore.
That was when
I outgrew that one.
you crossed over.
I crossed over. So you see,
Yeah.
you have a lot of fucking gray in your beard, college student. Like, what the hell? What is this?
Yeah,
Also,
that was
another trick is if you are doing something you're not supposed to,
Oh yeah.
and you're filming or whatever, and you see security, you act excited to see them. Go, oh, there you are.
Oh, thank God I found
Oh,
you.
I've been looking for you.
Thank God you're here.
Is it okay that I do this? And then no. Oh,
Oh, okay.
Well, that's what I thought, Derek. It's true.
I
we
told
can't
you
do that
we were
here.
trying to find you to ask permission, but all right, we'll leave. Thank you.
You really make
Meanwhile-
them feel like that their job is really valued.
Yeah, but you just
Yeah.
always go. I was trying to find you.
Defuse the situation, confuse them.
I mean, I will.
Yeah.
I told
Sneak the
this story
shot
before on
ahead
the
of time.
podcast, but one time I went. This building is now gone, but Qualcomm Stadium in San Diego was where the Chargers played. It has since been demolished, but we wanted to get a shot inside the stadium with empty seats. There was a door open to the field, and there's like it was empty parking lot, but like, you could just go to the field right now. You could just go.
Yeah.
And so I walked down there, and I was going, "Hey, security! I'm looking for security. Hello, security!" As I was walking down and getting my shot,
They can't get mad at you if you're looking for
and
them.
I looked for him, and then they found me, and I was like, "Oh, there you are."
I'm not supposed to be here, right? Oh, okay.
This is restricted. Got it.
I wandered all the way in here just to ask.
Yeah.
Is it okay if I
What?
You got whatever works. You know,
And it works.
Gotta make it work. Have you encountered? I mean, do you have any pitfalls when you film your stuff? Is it relatively safe? I mean, you're doing stuff on what, like green screen? Or is it a blue screen? I don't actually.
It's a green
know.
screen.
It is a green
green,
screen.
okay.
It's a sheet I hang. I was actually gonna say, because I mentioned you guys obviously off the air that watched you for a while, and the first time I technically met you guys was at PAX in like 2014 or something.
Oh,
okay.
But what I was gonna say in regards to interacting with people, I just remembered you guys had a panel, and I like very nervously got up to ask a question. And I remember I was like, I fucked up the specific phrasing of it, where I was like, what was like classic, like nervous at a convention thing. I was an adult too. It wasn't like, it was, kid me. But I was, I asked something of like, what's it like interacting? Like, what do you do with like something? And I used the word civilians. And I remember Derek specifically, I think started it. He was like, well, technically we're all civilians because I meant like, people on the street or like people watching your stuff. But I had this really confusing phrasing. And then I think he figured out what I was trying to say. But you guys were like doing a bit of like, I mean, technically we're all civilians.
We're all civilians here. We're not above anyone.
I'm trying to remember exactly what I asked.
But I like referring to non-content creators as civilians.
Is that what you do?
Civvies,
That's all.
It's a way to degrade them.
I don't mean to sound real like God complex kind of whatever, but like I just kind of think of myself as kind of like above,
like a chief,
like
sort
above
of,
my
sort of
viewers.
like you're here,
like I don't actually want my viewers to identify with me because it sounds God complex, right? But
I identify as a viewer.
Do you,
of
yeah.
you guys?
Do you guys remember that TwitchCon panel?
I do remember that.
Johnny,
Who was
does that ring a
that?
bell for you?
I only know it because you do the impression a bunch.
Oh, I do.
Wait, a panel.
But is it an impression anymore?
A guy said this shit at TwitchCon to
at
his
TwitchCon,
audience.
one of the Twitch streamers was like, they said, "How do you keep it so that your viewers identify with you?" And he said, "Well, I don't really want them to identify with me. Well, it's going to sound really God complex, but I think of myself as like kind of like above
he straight up
the average
said,
person.
Yeah.
And everyone else on the panel is just going, "Oh, I think you lost them there."
I'm the influencer.
That video is so good.
How could you?
It's like a deep level of like trolling. How does that come out of?
If it was brilliant, they're the best streamer ever. But I don't think that.
I mean, I've said some dumb shit on a panel, but nothing that dumb.
I mean, there's like nervous dumb, like me asking that question, and then there's like this is like the diet version of what you're actually thinking. Like, if you have to preface, it's not a God complex.
This isn't
thing.
a God complex thing. Yeah. Who's the biggest dickhead YouTuber you've ever met? Go ahead.
Garrett. Say Garrett.
Wait.
Say Garrett.
I had the close up ready to go.
I feel like
I did put you in. I mean, that was a joke.
I actually am. I'm probably not gonna tell the story.
Good.
I can tell it
Without
off
names.
air.
Okay.
But there
What did
was
Mr. Beast do?
there
Go
was
ahead.
a time there was a time where I was in a bathroom at VidCon, and I'm not gonna say who it was, but I overheard conversations that were just like really shitty and about just like drugs and all this shit.
No.
But so it's not, don't want to get into legality, but I will include the detail that I was in there because we had just been like drinking, partying, eating, whatever. It was like 9 a.m. in the morning at the hotel lobby. I really had to shit. I was in the bathroom. I thought no one would be in here.
That's the trick.
Unspoken
lobby
group of people came in, and I just remember one guy was like, "Oh, it smells like fucking shit in here." And I just like feet lifting up at the stall, like, oh no. But I'm not gonna name names.
They were,
but
it was gossipy, so they were party animals and substance users.
It was like they were very famous YouTubers
acting like
that.
Yeah, so
we're speaking of. Yeah,
it was definitely Garrett. I'm convinced.
No, that's not me.
It sounds like quintessential Garrett.
I just think,
I'm sleeping at 9 a.m.
If you're afraid to throw Will It Blend under the bus, I understand. I get that. What's going on? I always reference Will It Blend. Are they blending still?
That's the first time I've heard of that. That's like hydraulic press. Will It Blend?
Yeah. What's going on with
yeah.
Will It Blend? Anyway, can we get a?
We need a
Johnny. Can we get a Will It Blend update?
We need a.
Can you look them up real quick? I want to know if there's still if it blended.
It's like that movie We Need to Talk About Kevin, but we need to talk about Will and
Yeah.
Glenn.
Yeah.
What's going on? With
Where they been?
But anyway, most of our encounters with other YouTubers, I wouldn't say there's so many where it was like, damn, that guy was there's a lot of egos for sure. But we've also met a lot of people. Okay, they have a big ego, but at least they're a nice guy. Whatever. Wait. Will it blend update?
Oh,
There was one 2 years ago. This guy looks the same. What's
2 years ago?
I think.
What was the last blend? Car keys.
He's
car key
AI.
fobs. Oh, yeah, that's going to blend. Of course it would.
Yeah. Why wouldn't it blend?
why is it so big?
yeah. Seriously, what card?
These are big fobs.
What?
Spaceship fob.
Fobs are expensive.
Wait, this dude's sponsored by the
Don't
blender?
try-
This isn't even that. I've seen him blend cooler stuff.
This is why it's the last one.
Yeah, he probably
They
went.
were-
Oh, I'm out of ideas.
Oh, those cars are fucked.
Oh my god! Now how many? It's got a good amount of views. A few 100,000. That's
yeah,
cool.
I don't-
I bet the sponsorship deal ran out. It looks like it's mainly.
Yeah, it might be sponsored by like Kia or
It's
something.
the blender company. It
Yeah,
looked like.
Black
Was that
and
the
Decker.
most recent video? From
Yeah.
2 years ago.
2
Yeah.
years.
Damn.
Yeah.
So he's still blending.
So we're doing better than that.
We are. We just put a new one out.
We just put a brand new video out.
Yeah, we did.
I said 2 years as if I haven't gone over a year without uploading.
Oh, you've been there too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that just
It's a painful.
waiting for creativity to strike? Is it
It's-
you busy with other stuff or
It's
what?
it's like life stuff, and then
Yeah.
specifically last year it was like devoting most of my time to music, trying to finish like an album.
Oh,
Oh.
kidding.
So that was
wow.
that was for last year. That was most of it. That's why this year, happy to say, I feel like I've been pretty consistent.
Oh, cool.
Starting
Nice.
from like
Cool.
May, I think I've done a video like every other month with like a couple secondary channel videos.
Yeah.
Which for most people, that's not a lot. But for me, it's like, okay, let's keep this consistent.
Cool.
Yeah, but yours is your stuff is a little more longer form. It's a little more.
I do spend a lot of time
Yeah.
on it. Yeah.
Yeah, I got that impression. As opposed to just doing some kind of like improvised thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Like you definitely want your stamp on it. Before it goes out, making sure cross your T's and all that
You
stuff.
want it to come across as if you're just like shooting the shit, but it's like
Yeah.
hours and hours of research
Yeah.
and then writing and then editing. I mean, I'm sure all you guys edit at some point or another. You know how
Yeah.
fucking brutal
Yes.
it can be. And
Yeah, you can
time-consuming.
get like if you don't set a deadline for yourself, you can get tedious with it. Like it'll never end unless you just have to. I have to abandon this.
Also, editing to me is like the quickest passage of time.
Yes,
Where it's like, I'm
my
gonna edit this real
God,
quick.
yes.
It's a couple things. And then it's like, it's been 4 hours. What happened?
Yeah.
How did I do this?
Yeah,
for
I'll have
sure.
like a minute of full effects done, and I'll be like, okay, now we can get started on the rest of it. And it took me like 3 hours for that 1 minute, and I'm like, well, now I'm discouraged, but yeah.
Especially me because I'm watching like YouTube tutorials on Adobe for like every effect I need to do. Oh, okay, that's how I do this. Okay.
Oh,
It's so
Yeah.
time consuming when you have to stop your workflow just to look up one thing.
I know,
And
it's
then it's
like-
like your specific version doesn't do it this way, but
Ugh.
you have CC, you have to do it this way. And then it's like sometimes it updates on its own when you're in the middle of working on something. And so it's,
Yeah, that
we love Adobe.
We do.
Shout out.
we do use that here too. But what's funny, there's a lot of things that I'm used to. We've been doing this for 20 years at this point. There's a lot of things that I'm like, yeah, I'm not even thinking about that. Oh, thank you very much. But there's things that it's just second nature. Don't even think about it. Every year we do our Todd and Aaron video at the end of the year, and I'm always like, done this 100 times. This is nothing. Can do this. And it ends up being one of those that it's like, oh my God, a full 24 hours has passed. Like I need to
The editing in those videos
And-
are my favorite.
Well, it's not even like the editing. Well, thank you, but it's not even that the editing takes a long time. It's every award has. Oh, okay. The recipient of this award is
Emma Stone.
Emma Stone. Oh, I got to find 5 images of Emma Stone.
Yeah, no,
but
I
then
know.
you're looking up Emma Stone. Oh, I didn't know she was. Yeah, the favorite? It's playing here soon. Okay, every one of them.
Yeah.
For me, it's that where it's
Sidetrack.
like, okay, and movie of the year goes to Zombieland 2 Double Tap. When did this come out? Oh my God, this bombed. Oh, well, and it turns into another Wikipedia article. Happens to me every year where it's like, okay, it's been all night and I've done a third
it's
of
same.
these.
All I do is use JPEGs from Google Images for most of my stuff. And all I get in my head where I'll like Google like guy sitting in chair PNG. And then I'll find one that will probably work, but then I'll see other options, and then I have to try all of them.
Yo.
And then sometimes it'll say PNG, but when you download
What
it,
is
it's
up with
not
that?
actually
What is up with
transparent.
that?
That's
Yeah,
like
that
that's
is-
So
when it's like 5 a.m. and all I'm trying to do is finish something and I still have to do these stupid keyframes that I put upon myself and I can't find these PNGs that are actually PNGs.
I just
it's a
came
first
across
world
this.
problem.
Oh, yeah,
like,
that's
I'm
a-
not
that's a-
taking
no,
the
that's
picture,
a
you
thing.
know.
Yeah, like trying to save stuff we found was easier using the phone from Google image search.
Yeah,
It was
for some
easier
reason,
than using a computer. Because
for some
That's
reason
interesting.
we would save it from the phone on the phone and then airdrop it to the presentation for the show. It was all Apple in the chain.
Yeah, it was
and for
all-
some reason it would like pass it along fine. It
Yeah.
would work in everything.
But if you were trying to like take stuff onto a PC, it's like this says it's a JPEG, but it's not. It's like a web
I
file.
edit on my MacBook now, so maybe I should get that workflow
Dude,
going.
See,
Try it.
Apple cucks
Try it.
out there. You
Yo,
just
shout out on my
you
Apple.
see what's happening.
My Apple. You say Apple cucks?
I got
we're
called
cucked.
I got called Apple cucked because I kept bringing up Apple stuff. so now
I'm
that's
bilingual
stuck.
with that shit.
Yeah.
I got my MacBook for music and videos.
Yeah.
Because I can't deny that the M1 or whatever for the MacBooks.
Oh, yeah.
It's so much faster.
Oh, yeah.
For exporting, for doing all the effects. Like before, I have a 2080 in my PC.
Yeah.
And by the time I was finished editing like that Last of Us video, for example, if people see my channel, it's like 50 minutes long.
Yeah.
It would barely play back. And I have like a beefy PC.
Yeah,
My laptop
yeah.
handles it no problem.
Yeah. I got the MacBook Pro when they did the M1 MacBook Pros or whatever. That was like that's like my favorite computer I've ever owned.
Yeah.
It has no problem playing anything back. Everything exports super fast. But here when we're here together, we still edit on PCs. We
Yeah.
just we have a beefy editing PC. You know,
Yeah.
we do a lot of our videos on. For whatever
Streaming.
reason, I do feel like in here I still want to like throw parts into stuff or change this or change that
For
in a way that
streaming, too.
in a way that it's like not as easy for a Mac.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know. Maybe that's some of it.
When I would
bilingual.
first edit the podcast, Google image search wasn't a thing yet. And it was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
How did you find shit?
it was
Getting
fucking
B-roll.
regular Google.
hard.
B-roll is like a pain.
I
in
had
the
to go to, I
ass.
had to go to Google and just like try to find websites that uploaded a picture of something that I was talking about. It was,
Oh,
Damn.
I remember
it was
too.
really hard.
Sean's computer in our first like 2 offices was always the first computer to die because you had to do so much Google searching for
Yeah.
weird
Oh,
subject matter.
You would have to like tiptoe through shady websites.
and then
get
we would always
images.
get
You'd have,
viruses
like,
just on that computer.
Yeah.
And that would always be the burnout
It was
computer.
the martyr.
the
It really
podcast,
was.
the podcast editing computer. Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
That's I complain about image search, but that's like or
But
about finding B-roll when you're like, oh, I can't find the specific thing I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's like a whole nother level.
This is
That's-
old
yeah.
man complaining though, because for me, because that's like when back in my day, I didn't.
Back in Windows 90.
old man
Ah.
yells at Google.
We didn't even go online. I used dial-up.
I'm extremely online.
Do you realize that we're almost on podcast 700?
Oh
this
my
is
gosh.
this is I think 696.
What do we do?
Whoa.
What do we do?
Do we have to stop or something?
No, you can keep going.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'll allow
Cool.
it. But what am I gonna do for that?
Yeah.
Skip it.
Oh man.
That's how you celebrate?
Yeah, that's how I celebrate. I'm gonna celebrate at home by myself.
No, we'll play Ricky Martin or something.
700.
Yeah, that is man. That
Just
is
an
nuts.
hour of Ricky Martin.
Yeah, I think so.
5
Back
minutes
to Ricky,
might get
back to
Ricky Martin to chill and
Yeah.
study to.
5 minutes of that is probably
5
good
minutes,
enough.
Martin.
How long have you been doing your stuff? Like, did you have any kind of pre-YouTube? Was it YouTube itself that got you in to like, okay, this is what I'm going to do? Like, I'm looking at people
Yeah.
on YouTube, I'm doing that, or were you doing stuff before that, or what was
Well,
kind of your
I-
what was your path?
No, it was YouTube, and it was NakeyJakey just because I thought that was funny. And then there was a brief period of time, and probably late or not late. I made the first video that was like a games that should bang of GTA 5 and Metal Gear Solid 5 because they'd both come out, and I was like, why isn't this more like this? And
hell yeah.
it honestly came from a place of not even like, oh, this is gonna blow me up. This is gonna be great. Like, you know, eventually as you're working on stuff, you're like, man, I wish people would watch this. But
Yeah.
initially it was honestly from watching, we were talking a lot about game trailers and shit while we
Yeah.
were riding around today. And it was,
Yeah.
it's honestly like, not to get sappy, a lot of it is from like watching you guys or watching like Ego Raptor or watching
Yeah.
like game trailer stuff.
Yeah.
That it was, and you know, Donkey, like all these people that have definitely inspired me, and just being like, I talk about video games with my friends all the time. Like what it was, I think it was more so just like, oh, can I do it?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
can I learn how to edit? Can I learn how to record with a mic
Yeah.
and whatever? And then it was, yeah.
Yeah. So it was YouTube. So it was seeing other people do that on YouTube that kind of put you up to the challenge, so to speak.
And then there was a brief period of time, I was NakeyJakey, and then there's a brief period where I was 40-ounce gaming because I would drink a 40 while I was recording.
Okay.
And it's so funny to think about now because it was,
Sublime
I had
thing.
luckily had friends that were like, maybe you should switch it back. And I was like, maybe I should switch. But there was a part of my brain that was like, no, this is cool. It's like its own cool thing. Like that's the charm.
What kind of
thing.
40 would you do? I mean, I was a Mickey's Ice fan.
It would be like Mickey's, or it would just
Yeah.
be Budweiser.
Oh,
or
different.
It would be
Change it up each episode.
Yeah. I'm not married to any
Not
specific
picky.
brand.
It's the ounces, not the content.
Yeah,
inside.
okay.
No, it really is quantity over
Yeah,
quality.
it really is
man.
with malt liquor. That's the way it
That's
goes.
our YouTube strategy too.
Yeah, but I went back to NakeyJakey and was just doing those Games the Shebang videos, and then in like mid 2016, there was like some growth of like people finding it, but like we were talking about, natural growth on YouTube is near impossible unless you get
It
like
really
another
seems that
site
way. Yeah.
or someone to boost you.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
so eventually, after I would sometimes promote my own videos on Reddit, which you're not supposed to do, but people do, I had an account that actually got shadow banned from our gaming
Yo.
because I would post my own
But
shit.
that shit works.
It didn't. It like trickled in. I maybe got up to like 100 or 200 subscribers.
Yeah.
And then a buddy of mine, people that saw the post think that it's not a buddy, that it's me. It genuinely was a buddy of mine had a post on r/videos, which I didn't even know existed. And that's like the place to post your
Yeah,
videos.
right.
And he had a post that was like, hey, my friend has been making these videos. I think they're really funny, whatever. I really like his newest one. He's thinking about stopping. What does Reddit think? Like he
Yeah.
sussed it.
Yeah.
It was kind of true though. Like I was doing them
Yeah.
every week and I was getting a little burnt out. And like, honestly, I don't know if I would have kept going if it didn't blow up, which I don't know how I feel about that. You know, I don't know.
That's cool.
I don't know,
They helped you
but
out.
it did super well. And
Yeah.
I went from like 200 subscribers or something to like 3,000 or 4,000 that week. And then it was just like, okay, let's keep the ball going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Man.
But Reddit was like the main source of views for the longest
Wow.
time.
Yeah, it's so funny because like when we started, that didn't exist. Dig was a few years.
I remember
down
Dig.
the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did utilize that a little bit. Again, you know, I don't know if you're supposed to post your own videos, but I did do that on there. Like,
Yeah.
well, it's here. Oh, look what I found. But I remember back when we
That's awesome.
started.
It's you in the
Everyone does
profile
that.
Yeah.
This in my folder is my
I
computer.
just can't believe how funny this is. I
Someone
don't know, I
uploaded
just
this
seem
to my
find it.
desktop.
Yeah.
How'd that get on?
But the community kind of that we were trying to get it out to when we started was just forums. It was like, oh, this is a huge forum. Oh,
Yeah.
the somethingawful.com forums. Oh, the game facts forums.
Yeah.
And I have to confess, and I don't know if I've ever talked about this on here or not,
geez.
but so many of these posts were me pretending to be someone else. I would go on there and be like,
We all did
I'm in
this
San
shit.
Diego. I saw this show on public access and it blew my fucking mind.
That's what
like,
everyone
you gotta
thought my
see
friend
this.
was doing.
Yeah.
It's because no.
And I remember specifically Electronic Gaming Monthly was the big magazine, and we had a deal in there where we had like a DVD with one of our videos in it for
Dude,
like
I
6
used to
months.
love stealing those from my brother.
Yeah.
I
Right.
remember the logo and like, you know, it's like PS2.
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
electronic gaming with lines.
EGM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my shit.
Specifically, I remember going on their forums again as someone else,
Yeah.
going like,
These guys are
These-
so
yeah,
hot,
I've never seen-
especially Rocco.
I remember seriously
handsome.
posting like, I saw this on San Diego Public Access. We didn't air on public access.
Yeah, we never did.
But I posted as if it did. Like, I just saw this. This is like a gaming version of Jackass. I've never seen anything like this. And then I remember like 2 days later, EGM reached out like, hey, you know, we just found your stuff. Like, would you want to work with us
So
and
it
do
worked.
videos? So I'm like, they had to have seen. I think they had
That
to
shit
have.
worked.
So anyway, if you want to get out there, pretend to be someone else.
But
That's
make
it.
sure that your stuff doesn't suck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Make
It's gotta be
something
Which
good.
is really hard.
make something good, and then make a good stranger to promote it.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, there it is.
Use AI or something at this point.
Yeah, now you
Bet
can
it's
just
even
have
better.
a robot do it
Yeah.
or
Right?
something. But
Yeah.
but you know, back in the day, I had to sign up for all those forums on my own. Yeah. Well, anyway, yeah. But Reddit, yeah, our video or whatever that was. We've had a few videos that have, I think, because of being featured there as long as they
Oh,
were,
yeah.
blow up for
Well,
sure.
I think a lot of our like our Cell Saga one is our
I was
biggest
about
video.
to say, I remember seeing those
Yeah.
blow up on
Okay.
our videos.
When that goes to our videos, I remember that episode, video. I remember pitching it like we should do. The first one was a hit. We should try to do another like Sweden one
Yeah.
or whatever. But we put so much into it, and I spent so many months working on those costumes that in my back of my head, I'm like, this better work because I don't like.
It's scary.
It is
when you're
scary.
silent working on something for so long,
And
and
it's
it's
like, I
like
just hope-
such a gamble.
And I remember uploading it. The Rock uploaded it, and I woke up and I just went to Reddit and I saw our video, like not even searching for it. It was just like on the front page, like, oh thank God,
Yeah.
oh thank God, it was all worth it because that was so much work.
Yeah. But yeah, I still think a lot of where our stuff gets found, whatever, like, I feel like we've never had a ton of organic help just through YouTube. Back then or now, it's always kind of like, oh, they got posted somewhere. Oh, whatever. Like, I still feel like that is a big part of it now. Like for, I can't speak for everybody else. Maybe if we did stuff that played more to like what the algorithm's looking for or whatever, but since we kind of like work on what we think is cool and that's what we stick to, like we still kind of rely on like, well, hopefully someone shares this.
No, I found that with YouTube is like for the longest time. I mean, I think I'm at a point now where it's like in the algorithm somewhere that as long as some amount of people show up to view it, the algorithm will like it. But like if it's something that's a different kind of content or anything like that, it immediately like, unless Reddit or something boosts it up to a certain point, the algorithm doesn't give a shit. It's almost like Reddit and subscribers get it a little bit above water and then the algorithm will pick it up and soar with it. But unless it gets to that point, it's just like, and you can tell, you could see when you upload something like, oh, this just is not taking off. Like,
yeah.
Interesting.
It's all bullshit.
It
And
really,
it's constantly changing.
is.
And it's a stupid game that you have to play, but of like, people that also do this shit for a living. But fortunately, and you guys know, it's like sponsors are the real thing that'll save your ass.
We find that like we've always kind of juggled a few different things to where it's not one thing that we're depending on, because we have Patreon, we have we have sponsorships come in, but then we also have YouTube, we have Twitch, we have all
merch.
all these things. Yeah, exactly. Our merch. And so between all those things, it's like, okay, well, maybe we can kind of foster something more with this or, something else with that. But yeah, we've never totally relied on like just YouTube. Like, YouTube's got to pick this up.
Same. It's like, unless stuff does really, really well.
Yeah.
It's such a small chunk of money that you get from doing this stuff, at least in my case. Like,
Yeah, it's also so inconsistent. Like
exactly, yeah. Especially if you don't upload for a year.
Like sure, if you don't upload for a year, that's a problem. Like some bigger channels are fine, but when
if you're
like
in the
channel,
10%.
Yeah, when it's like
10.
a channel like ours, it's like, like we have like a very loyal, loving fan base who has been with us, a lot of them from the beginning. But YouTube doesn't give a fuck about that, and so it's like it's got to be through other avenues. Because if it's just through YouTube, then this couldn't be anyone's job.
Yeah, totally. And we're talking about, oh, sorry to interrupt.
Oh, no. Go ahead.
I was just going to say that, like, the fact that there's actual other examples and competitors now, mostly TikTok,
I was going to say,
that you can show that, like, hey, I uploaded this thing that I thought was cool, but it was kind of short, kind of this niche thing, whatever. The YouTube algorithm doesn't give a shit. Even now with, like, YouTube Shorts, I feel like it's probably hard. I'm kind of talking to my ass a little bit. But then you could upload the same thing to TikTok, and it'll naturally just go crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I don't even know how it works. Say what?
Yeah.
You're doing a lot of TikTok work?
I only just recently, from the advice of my girlfriend, Billy, who's great. Shout out, Billy.
Shouts out, Billy.
Shouts out,
Billy, she does social media stuff for a job, so she has really good advice on that. And she was like, a lot of people just crop moments, like fans will do it, crop moments, do subtitles, and just fit it to that format. And she's like, I feel like clips from yours would do really well.
Yeah.
And so I've been working with an editor to just throw up a couple a week because it's not for any money. It's just free advertising.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Because, and I've shown it seems to be working because the monthly subscribers that have come in this last month since I started doing that was like way more. And the first short I put on TikTok hit like 800K. The rest of them haven't done as well, but that first one was proof of like, oh shit, this can just like
works.
No, it really is weird because I was saying to you before this, it's like we upload, I'll just say on my personal YouTube channel, I'll put up like just funny little dumb ideas that I have, a real short thing. I'll put it in YouTube Shorts and they get like 2K views and like 11 comments, like just kind of like, oh, this is weird. And then I'll upload that to our TikTok or Instagram Reels or whatever.
Reels is pretty generous.
Yeah,
too.
and then I'll get a ton of views on there, and I'm just like, what's going on? What is the difference here?
Yeah.
Why does one want me and the other doesn't? I don't know what it is. We did just on the Mega64 TikTok. I was like, hey, I'm gonna record something real quick. I got a jacket that had a pocket that could hold a MacBook. Like the pocket was big enough.
Yeah.
So I just was like, Johnny, record this, and I walked into the room. All right, let's start. Sorry, I'm late. Let's start the meeting. And I pull a MacBook out of my pocket and slam it down. And it plays Du Hast immediately. And yeah, just I never did any kind of TikToks on my own, whatever. And that boom, 700,000 views. I mean, the second it went up, it had that many views. It was like, holy shit. And I put, again, YouTube, it's like 1K views. When's History of Voltage Vendors? That's the only comment that's on there. And it's just like, what? That's it. Like, what's happening?
You hope now that like the fire is under YouTube's ass. You could tell they're trying. They're like introducing shorts, having because I'll scroll shorts sometimes, and I'm still kind of scared to post stuff on there because I don't know what it's going to do to the algorithm of my channel.
Yeah, you don't want to jeopardize your main
exactly.
thing.
But I'll see stuff that like. I'll be scrolling shorts and there'll be a random clip of some kid just like looking at his phone and it has like 2 likes and it's like, why is this being pushed to me? But it also kind of gives me faith because I'm like, okay, they are just pushing random shit. They're not good at it. I don't want to watch this kid play FIFA through like his DS camera, but
it's something. That is an interesting point though, because I have been hearing some people whisper about that, like, are different things showing up for you? Like things different than normal? Like I've been seeing people mention that, like, some search results. It's interesting. I'm getting kind of weird search results. And then I've noticed on my end, I am starting to get served up more. Like back in the day when you'd search on YouTube, you'd search whatever, and you'd find like sketchy old videos on like,
I loved that was the best. Yeah. That was the golden era.
But now I feel like they're tweaking something because when I search for videos now, I've been getting those more like at the top of the list. It's here's one kid playing this game 10 years ago with 8 views. It's like, wait, why is that at the top? And then the walkthrough I was actually looking for is like, oh, it was actually further down.
You can
so they're doing something.
They're trying to do something.
Yeah, they're
I
trying
feel
to
like
equalize that somehow or something.
Yeah, no, I imagine the algorithm. It's been so long at YouTube that it's just like this beast they're trying to like contain and figure out.
Yeah,
but it seems like they're trying to do something.
Yeah, so that's cool. I mean, that's
try to stay current, as we're exploring the newer technologies, like, because to have this job, it's very interesting, right? But you have to kind of do the new stuff to stay afloat. Like we're using TikTok.
Yeah.
Kind of. I should do it more. I was thinking
but
about
that's
like,
what we're all kind of like,
I have like,
foot into it.
hundreds of personal channel videos. This is from like decades ago.
Yeah, they would kill on there.
But like, they're all short. Yeah. They're funny enough.
Yep.
Put them on there.
Crop them and put them on
why
there.
not? But it's like, that's
work.
That requires a half hour worth of work. Even though it's like, how lazy are you?
Upload Dunstan Checks In tonight.
But you want to stay relevant?
Honestly though, Dunstan Checks In is
video.
A great.
That's
this one of your videos?
This is one of my personal videos.
Channel.
Can you give me a synopsis?
I would love to.
Yeah.
I was at the zoo with my kids, and we were in the orangutan and gorilla. I think it was just orangutans exhibit. Right in front of the glass, there was an orangutan. Here and then here, the little orangutan shoves his finger on the other orangutan's asshole, and all the kids start screaming. The orangutan who has the finger in his asshole starts walking away, and no one's just following him. And then he takes his finger and smells it and puts it back in. And that's what a moment I captured.
And it's just kids cracking up.
Like, no!
They're all dying laughing.
Wait, so why is it called Dunstan
That's
Checks
a movie.
In?
Well, the movie with the orangutan is called
Dunstan
Dunstan Checks In, but
and he does it well.
This Dunstan is checking in the asshole.
I started laughing at the beginning because I remember Derek's gorilla joke when you said gorilla.
Oh, yeah.
From earlier today.
But
we were telling jokes earlier.
We tell jokes here.
Yeah, we tell jokes.
It was a fun set day.
But Dunstan Checks In should theoretically kill on TikTok.
God,
I should do that.
Yeah, if that doesn't, I don't want to get your hopes super. Like I don't think any of us want to, but it's like scientifically, I feel like that's like America's funniest home video.
Right?
Yeah. I'm telling you, he's gonna kill. He's gonna kill.
I'm gonna put it up. I'm gonna figure out a way to do it tonight.
Maybe I'll do that too. I'll set up I don't have a personal TikTok. I've uploaded a couple just to the Mega64 one, but it's kind of like this isn't a Mega64 video. It's me. I got the prop Holy Grail from Indiana Jones, and I went to In-N-Out to like refill it like as a drink or whatever. That doesn't need to be on the Mega64.
No.
There's some of your personal channel videos I remember even seeing on YouTube though, of like, the lightsaber shit or like there have been examples of even on YouTube that they've broke through. But maybe from like Twitter or whatever, if it can drive from somewhere else. But
Yeah.
natural YouTube views are like, it's not. We were talking about it earlier today that I think Derek was saying that YouTube was just like a place to upload videos. It wasn't like
That's all we thought of it as.
it's
archive.
we
It's
started.
it's just like a hard drive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was kind
I
of how
looked
we
at
started.
it.
We never went into it with like a business plan. Like
You just
we're
need
gonna
a
be big on
host
YouTube.
for it.
Yeah. And then it just kind of, we kept doing it. So I guess, we never really had an intense strategy. And I guess that's kind of still where we're at. But now having worked in YouTube and doing the whole YouTube thing, all right, I got to know, because everyone's got a different answer, I think. What is your least favorite type of comment? Like you get this kind of comment all the time. Man, if I could just snap my fingers and erase that type of comment, what would it be?
The negative one. That's what I would say about me.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
Any bad comments at all?
Anything that doesn't make me feel good.
Any criticism?
I'm trying to think. I
criticism
feel like
whatsoever.
I would have an answer.
Like,
Like-
some people hate first.
Yeah, some people
They
really
get
hate
really
Yeah,
mad when
it
there's
can-
a comment first.
Right. It doesn't have to be actually mean, but one
No.
that's just like annoying.
Yeah, but that one, I mean, whatever. I don't.
Yeah, I get them
I don't
all
care
the
about
time.
that.
Oh my god! I hope he's okay.
Don't comment, please.
Playing
Don't
with
leave
my
a comment.
ring, and that's what'll happen if you comment. I'll fucking shoot my ring at you. I'm trying to think of what is actually
Like for me, I'll say like any just physical comment is weird to me. There's
I've had
ones
some
that
of
are
those,
there's
like-
ones that are vague enough that okay, whatever. But when they're really personal, like they get in there, like I noticed in this video, Rocco has he shaved a different way, and
No, I forgot
I don't
some of
like it
those.
quite as much, and you can actually see that he's got ingrown hair right here. It's like what?
Whoa.
I don't need any more comments from this person, so I'll
that's-
mute that.
Yeah, no, that's too much.
Yeah.
I think mine, it's not even, I feel pretty fortunate that I feel like generally people are pretty nice in the comments. And even if it's like, negative or whatever, it's not like some fucking awful racist. Like I've seen
Right,
examples of awful comments, and I think
Yeah.
YouTube does a good job of filtering it out.
Yeah.
I will say one that like it weirdly annoyed me is that it doesn't happen anymore, but there was a brief period, I think, where the yoga ball videos, because that's like all I do now for the longest
Sure,
time. It's
sure.
like once I found that format, I was like, okay,
Yeah.
this is my favorite.
Yeah.
And it seems to be viewers' favorite that return. But there were a lot of comments, I think, of people that would come for the first time or something that would always, and they'd always go to the top, and it was like, he should sit on a green ball so that it looks like he's sitting on nothing, and it'll always get upvoted to the top because people think that they're the first person that thought of
Yes,
it, and
yeah.
it's not something I would ever like respond to or roast someone because it's like, funny thing, but because I've seen it a bunch of times and
Yeah.
I know like actually that would just look kind of weird, and I think it's better that you could see I'm sitting on
Yes,
something, and
yeah.
then I get into the whole thing.
Well,
of
you're
like-
the video maker, so let them. They should
It's-
let them
but
do
it's
the
something
thing.
that's honestly not even that.
Yeah,
big
it's not
of a
that big of a deal, but
I
I
know what you mean.
found
that it was starting to annoy me that was close to the top comment for so many videos for so
Yeah,
long. Of
for
like,
years.
it'd be so funny if he sat on a green ball, and it's like I think it was more so the energy of like someone's already put this there. Man.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like,
No, I've been there.
maybe it would be good. Maybe they're right. Maybe
Yeah, we get over the years. I always get like, we'll put like, hey, we have a big announcement coming Monday, like
Sure.
something we're excited about, and it's always, is it Mega65? Yeah, I've been hearing that for 20
Oh.
years. Yep. No, it's not.
Yeah, that's a good example.
That's one. That's
For
like that.
years, if there was ever a female in a YouTube upload,
Yeah.
first comment, is she nice?
Well, that's a joke, though.
but
I
it
feel
got to be to like 6 or 7 years in, we forgot the original. Like I forgot
origin
the
of the
origin
joke,
of the joke, and it's just like, yeah, is she nice? First comment again.
Yeah. Oh, I noticed she was in the. Is she nice? It's like people. I think just in general, commenting different when there's a woman in the video is always just
Sure.
like,
I feel like
Maybe it was funny 10 years ago, and that's the thing. If people are still doing
Yeah.
it now, it's like, yeah,
I
she's
feel
fucking
like
nice.
I feel like the "is she nice" thing though is. I mean, we've sold a shirt that says "is she nice."
I
yeah,
know.
it's
Oh,
kind of
yeah,
come
I know.
around to making fun of it.
It was made in seriousness once.
This was an inside joke in our community because there was someone on our old forums back in the day who there was a woman in our video, and immediately someone posted, "Hey, this person in their video, anyone know if she's nice?"
that
And everyone was
the
just like,
most important thing to know.
Why are you asking? And they got really defensive. Look, I'm not being fucking creepy. I just want to know if she's nice. It was a simple question. Bro, she's not going to date you, bro. I don't need to date anyone. I need to know if she's nice. And then later, like nothing happened with that. And then a month later, hey, yo, I'm back in this thread. Hey, what's up, guys? That was creepy that I asked. I truthfully, I did think she was cute, and I wanted to know.
It's like, yeah,
if she was
duh.
nice. It's like, yeah.
Unless you're just
we
someone
read through
that asks people, are they nice?
Yeah.
Wherever he goes.
I
Like,
just want to know she's nice.
Yeah, so I feel like that has gone
It's
around.
kind of a
that
become a
one
joke,
to
yeah.
me is like
That's
just,
okay now.
That's just going to be said because this is like that became such a legendary moment where it's like, is she nice? And then we made fun of it on the podcast. It was the whole thing.
Yeah.
That person did come up to me at one Comic-Con and is like, this is like not that long
The
ago.
person
like,
that
like
asked
2
it?
years ago.
Oh, the
But
generator.
Is she nice happened like 15 years ago.
the person
Yeah,
who generated that meme.
The original, he's like, hey, I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but I am the guy who asked, is she nice? And
oh,
like,
they know the guy.
and I was like, holy shit, you're is she nice? Like it was like, it's like that was I was like 13. I regret it. I regret that.
What a questioning.
Live and learn.
What a way to phrase that.
What can you do? You know?
Well, so I feel a little bit bad because I should have, at the beginning of the show, we should have, if anybody doesn't know your videos, just in case, I have a feeling most of the people watching this, they're going to know all about them. But in case they haven't, is there an easy way to succinctly, in case we have like audio listeners or whatever, maybe they don't, do the visual stuff. What's kind of how to package your video? How would you pitch it?
Yeah, I'd say kind of like video essays made with crayons. That it's that it's like I sit on a ball as we discussed that maybe should be green, maybe they're right. Sure. And I sit in front of a green screen and I talk about stuff usually from like 10 to 20 minutes, but usually about just a topic. So it's not always video games, but it could be like illegally downloading music. And it's like, we're going to talk about the history of it and examples or whatever, or moms in video games. And it's like, what's the history of moms? And it's like, hopefully the goal is you learn something. It's not like, what's the word? Like edutainment.
I was just gonna say, it's not quite. You're not playing in that realm exactly.
I hope
but
that
it borders on it.
I hope that it's interesting. But if I'm being honest, at the end of the day, like it's all just a vehicle to tell jokes.
Yeah.
Like a good video idea, it's a fun excuse for me to research stuff.
Yeah.
But like, if I'm being honest, my primary goal when making those types of videos, unless it's like, Rockstar's game design is outdated. And it's like this impassioned thing where I'm like, hey, I'm putting on my critic hat and I actually want to get a little serious. Usually it's like, I kind of just want to write jokes for 15 minutes, but I can't just sit there and do jokes. So it's more fun to be like, okay, I'm going to tell the history of illegally downloading music, but like at what points can I have fun with it?
Yeah.
That's kind of the structure.
I definitely can sense that energy in. I think it's your latest one. I don't know if there's been one that I've missed since it, but I think it was it crappy technology or shitty technology.
It was crappy technology.
It was crap. I didn't know
algorithm would not.
Algorithm would not like shitty.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Dookie technology.
But that was one where I could sense that kind of energy where it's like, I am being informed of these things that exist, and it is kind of, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, my parents' house has this or whatever. And going into all that stuff was fun and informational, but really, that's like the perfect avenue to have fun with every item.
Exactly. That the whole inspiration of that video was me complaining about my smart TV to my friends, and then being like, originally I was like, oh, I want to make a video about smart TVs, and I was like, there's not enough there. And then we were talking about a bunch of other tech, and I was like complaining to my girlfriend about the infotainment system in my car and how shitty the touchscreen is, and I was so it does come from a place of like, I want to talk about this, but really it's like, hopefully it's funny. Interesting and funny, but if nothing else, hopefully funny.
See, and then you're an inspiration to, I'm sure, to a lot of people who want to do videos like this too. Because I'll just say on my end, I always see your videos and I keep getting tempted to like, I've never done any kind of I don't know if you like the term or you avoid that. I never know when it comes to labeling things. It's always weird, even with our stuff. It's like, when people use the word content,
you don't want to be put in a box.
Yeah, it's just
right.
like, I don't know.
I get it.
Oh, you're YouTube pranker. No, I don't. Don't call me that. You're
YouTube fucker. You're kind of you're sort of a.
That's what I prefer, honestly. You're that YouTube fucker, you know, and then that's kind of sums it all up.
Nice.
No, but I have like so much to say about like anime DVDs in like the early 2000s. Like I knew like that industry in a weird kind of flux. And I'm like, every time I see one of your videos, I'm just like, I gotta sit on a fucking yoga ball and talk about that.
No,
I can do that.
there is 100% an audience for it. And speaking of TikTok, like TikTok or Instagram Reels or whatever that you can, I think it's like a minute, but I think you can even go a little bit longer than that. Like, I see stuff kind of like that on my For You page or Billy's For You page of just like niche stuff. Like I feel like there is a crowd for anything, but especially that, like even on YouTube, I will watch obscure video essays about shit I don't give a fuck about.
Yeah.
I've never even seen this game, and it's like, here's the entire history of how it was speedran, and I'm like, cool. That's specifically Summoning Salt, who's great. I love all of his stuff, but yeah, no, I would, dude, I would say do it.
I might work on that. I'm gonna, you know, there was the whole thing with Michael Jackson and Paul McCartney where Michael Jackson told Paul McCartney he was going to steal his music.
Right.
This is that on camera.
This is
I'm gonna
that.
sit on the
And you
yoga
should
ball.
sit on a green ball.
Oh my God. You would it'd be like, what's Rocco doing? The guy's floating.
floating.
How did he figure that
He's
out?
floating on knowledge.
I'm happy that you guys, you get why that comment would annoy me a little bit, because it's,
completely understand
it's
that.
not even, it's like, it's so harmless, and I'm so grateful that they're even watching my video.
100%.
But I think it's the nature of like, man, every single one of these people thinks this is like the funniest shit that they've ever thought of, and I shouldn't be upset by this.
Yeah.
But
No, that a lot of people who go to our panels at like conventions and stuff can attest to. There's always one guy that comes up that was like, "Hey, I have to ask. I'm sorry, but I just have to ask you this." And everyone in the room, and this isn't like something that makes me mad, but everyone in the room knows he's about to ask, "Have you ever been arrested?" That is a question at every Q&A we've ever done, and it's always the guy who walks up who's you know, didn't know that. But like, I don't hate them for it because it's like they just discovered our show. So it's like, hey, I'm not, you know, I
feel bad for them.
Yeah.
Because the
other fans,
the room turns on them in 2 seconds,
They
and
always
they don't
go,
even
"Oh."
always know it.
They don't know what happened.
Yeah, it's like they
Why
just
is everyone
lost.
booing?
They lost the room. They've been booed, and it's like, what the fuck just happened? I had a good question, you know. So
right.
Yeah, I always try to be like, no. No. All right, next question. You know, just trying to help them.
Answer it quickly in a funny way, and then all right, let's get to the next thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's tough.
So I totally know what you mean. There's things that you just see as the at the head of the whatever. I don't want to be God complex, but you know, you're all the way up here.
You know, I could see all the
and,
comments, and
you're looking down at the people, and you see a lot of things.
I sort of like look down at the villagers, and I kind of decide like, here's some crops, here's some clothes, you know.
Yeah. I definitely, in going back to being around other
Civilization
YouTubers,
style.
definitely have heard many of them use terminology like that, where it's like, man, damn, you were just referring to people as cattle right now.
Yeah,
okay.
no.
And then they'll be very nice. They'll be very nice people in interacting. You know, it wasn't like, damn, that person's an asshole. Like, they're very nice, but I don't think they're catching that they are saying things like that. You know what I mean? Like, they're lost in it.
And it turns into this sort of like echo chamber too, that like they're enabled by other people also talking like that.
Totally, of course.
But that's why, like, I think some of my friends that I've met through YouTube, like Eddie or Drew or Danny, Jarvis, Jordan, like I go on Jack's films we were talking about. All the people that I immediately got along with, it was because like we weren't talking about YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
Like you meet someone and it's just like, hey, you're just another person.
Yeah.
But then you talk to some people and it's like immediately they just get into like, so when you were doing this and this and this, and you can tell it's all kind of for their own, you know, growth and interest. And it's just,
I mean, us talking about YouTube on here is the first time we really talked about YouTube today.
It was very behind the scenes, which I think, you know, the audience would have an interest in.
Yeah.
But yeah, we really haven't gone into it like we have.
No, we didn't talk to you about, you know, algorithmic shit as soon as you walked in here.
Yeah.
no.
You know, it's just
You talked to me about top 10 anime wives.
that's true. We did. That is, That was
Watch Mojo.
That was, Watch Mojo. They're on that. We do want to know, though, speaking of what we, you know, did before the stream here.
Sure.
It is, you know, and we don't always like to get into YouTube drama, and I hope this doesn't start any for you, but we got to just get into it. Elephant in the room. You had your first California burrito before we went live.
Yes.
That was your first one?
So give us the review.
Amazing.
Okay.
I told Rocco that I, you know, haven't had a lot of Mexican food since being in California, which is like a big no-no because I love Mexican food. Love carne asada.
Yeah.
Burrito with the French fries in it and the salsa. It was like, no exaggeration, like this big.
Yeah, it's huge.
Maybe it doesn't look as big on camera.
It's huge.
If you were here, you'd see how big it was.
I ate the whole thing. I looked at it and I was like, I'm not fitting this down the hole, and it's It's incubating.
Yeah.
It's gone.
It was really, really good.
Yeah, the first time I had a California burrito, it was like, I mean, I always had carne asada, but once I discovered there was French fries option,
Yeah.
it was like, yeah, same thing as like, there's a classic story of, we've mentioned before, when Artie Lang did heroin for the first time.
Oh.
And he said he did heroin, and the first thing he said after he did it was, this is going to be a problem. And that is my thought when I eat the California burrito. Was
It's
like,
not.
I ate that and went, ooh,
I'm sure it's
this is
exactly
going to
the
be
same.
a problem. It's, I hope it's not.
It's not as bad as of a problem. I
It's
think
not
as
as
heroin.
bad as a problem as heroin, but it is like, oh, I'm gonna eat 10 billion of these in my
You should
lifetime.
go to some like group like Addicts Anonymous and just talk like you are also addicted to heroin.
Yeah,
and
I'm gonna
recovering,
be the Aaron
and
Eckhart.
then drop the bomb that I'm actually talking about a burrito this whole
yeah.
time.
man.
It's a burrito.
I'm gonna betray people's trust.
I think that sounds good. That always sounds good.
I love doing that.
You get a rob from your family
What? No.
to
what?
pay for your burritos.
Okay, you know what? I'm sorry I mentioned the heroin story.
No, but anyway, yeah, I had to be sure. So actually, just kind of to connect it to what you were saying about the green ball comment, something like that. I can't speak for you guys, but I think we're on the same page here. Is then sometimes we'll go to other cities and they will make, every now and then you'll go to a place that's like, yo, we've got a burrito with French fries in it, and literally I remember in some other city they put up a sign that said carne asada burrito with French fries. Yeah, you heard us. Like, almost, yeah. And you know, as San Diegans, we're like, please. I've seen like
I hate the. Yeah,
I see this
you
every
heard us.
day. Okay, they act like they found, you know. So that's our one elitist San Diego thing that I think we have.
Sure.
But
We hold
But-
on to that.
yeah,
There's a burrito that by the taco shop, and some burritos in San Diego. I think maybe it's not just San Diego, but they have flaming hot Cheetos in the burrito instead of French fries.
yeah,
With nacho cheese.
Yeah.
And those, I've only had like 2 of those in my life because it is like, this is so bad for me.
You
That
don't want it to be
tastes-
a problem.
But I
Yeah.
don't want to get a problem. But it's
like junk food.
It's so good though. It is like it is a problem.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I don't
very
know.
good.
I don't know if that's on the food pyramid. but
Yeah,
I
it's
bet
not.
but I bet it's good.
It's like you
We
take
need
your
a
first
new
bite, and it's
pyramid.
like I shouldn't be eating this. I really not doing myself any favors.
Absolutely.
I have a question.
Oh.
Yes. Okay.
You guys have been doing this for 20
Yeah.
This
years?
is, here's the Mega64 20th anniversary pin.
Yeah,
Can I see it?
you
Yeah.
can have that.
You can actually-
That's
That's for you.
That's your
I
souvenir.
legit was going to ask if I could have one.
That's a
Yeah,
take
there you
home.
go.
Well, there
That's
you have
for all our guests.
we have a little like punch I can't remember, poster board or whatever
Yeah.
that we put all of our pins and
Oh, cool.
expo
Nice.
passes and stuff.
Yeah. I got
You've
one
been
of
doing
those.
it for 20 years. I know it's a very generic question that you've probably been asked at panels. Favorite video?
Of
thing,
ours?
thing that you're either the most proud of or the thing you had the most fun making for whatever reason. One that you're
Yeah.
just like, this stands out. I cherish this.
Yeah,
Ooh.
because those are kind of two different things
There-
for me. Most
I-
proud of and had most fun.
Because as I was asking, speaking for myself, I have very different answers in my own videos. There's
Yeah.
ones where I'm really proud of. I would never want to do it again.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Oh,
there's
really?
ones where it's like, oh, this was just really fun, and I don't care that it didn't.
which
do well.
one for you? Which falls
The
in for
Last
you?
of Us one was like hell because I just worked
I
on
was
it for
gonna
so
guess.
long.
That one looked like that wouldn't have been fun to put together. Not that it wasn't a great
I am
video. I really like
so-
that video.
Thank
but
you. No, I
yeah.
appreciate that. I am so proud of that video and
Yeah.
how long and how much I thought about it and how I structured it.
Yeah.
But that took a lot out of me.
And
And
the
then-
gist of that was kind of talking about the gameplay mechanics in Last of Us and Naughty Dog games in general. That like is that kind of like relevant now kind of thing, the way they do it, right? Is that the gist of it?
It was a big thing of like the violence in that game being a huge disconnect between story and player and like
okay.
a consistent thing of like player action and how they should feel about the violence and
Yeah.
the game basically telling them they should feel one way, but the gameplay is saying something different. It's a
Yeah.
whole fucking thing. But I'd say I'm the most proud of that. And then the one that I had the most fun that I was just like, yeah, I don't really give a shit is probably like, I don't know, like online dating or something. Right.
Okay.
It's just like, yeah, I just want to, I'm trying to think. There's probably one that I really like. So when I've dropped merch, which has been very rare and just like
Yeah.
stuff on Teespring, which like I want to drop more stuff that's actually really good quality.
Sure.
But I would shoot the skits with my sister where it would just be like she would cameo and either pretend to be me
Oh,
or just
okay.
like one time her
Okay.
name is Julie and she came on and she was like, "What's up, guys? It's NakeyJakey," and I put like a bunch of nuke sounds and like explosions and shit. I don't know. That was fun. I guess that's kind of my answer.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
kind of a half-ass answer,
Well,
but
I would say, yeah, I mean, on our end, I'll just say for me, I don't know how you guys feel. I always answer my favorite video, I will always say Paperboy. our Paperboy video. That's not even the final product. I think is like just okay.
I think it's great because
But-
everyone's in the street, right? And it's
Yeah,
like,
but making it was like me and all my friends hiding at 4:30 in the morning. We're all dressed as like that. Okay, you got a ninja, you got a mummy, you got a juggler, we're just all dressed stupid, and we're in my neighborhood. It's 4:30 in the morning. We're laying down in bushes
And
and like,
giggling.
and shrubs, and we're all cracking up. Like, oh, is that him? No, that's not him. Dude, shut up. Oh, dude. It was just like, it doesn't get any better than this. Like, and then the Paperboy showed up, and then we all became monsters in the street, and we became whatever. And then they drove away. Did we get the footage? Oh, we got it. We got the footage is awesome. The sun came up. We all went and got breakfast together. We're laughing about it. It's like this. How do you have a better? To me, that is the definitive filming experience. But in terms of video, I'm proud of. I would say maybe the Cell Saga video that we did, or the Neon Genesis Evangelion in 5 minutes. I think maybe that
the Evangelion one. I think for me it is the Cell Saga because I don't think Garrett wasn't here full time yet. So I think I did all the effects and costumes by myself, and that was a lot.
that was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it turned out really well, especially because I don't really know the source material.
No.
So like that, I stretched myself on that one. But the Ava one, I'm proud of in the sense of like it was during COVID, and we were able to get that accomplished, which took a lot out of all of us.
It felt like we were working on that every day all year. It just felt like that was part of our lives. Is like every day you're going to come in and film a monster dying. Okay, this is the pyramid in the sky. Oh, he's on fire. He's done. Okay, well, that's it for today. What else are we doing? Okay, yeah, it just like we broke it down that way. And then when it came out like right before Christmas. It felt like a yearbook for our year during COVID.
Yeah.
Right. No,
it really like when it came out, and then it's got that ending where Shinji is like looking, like into himself and like looking back on everything, and then everyone claps for him, and it got me emotional because I was just like, I feel like we kind of did that. It's like we're all there at the end clapping, and it's like we got through this year. We're all healthy. You know what I mean? There's a little bit of like
when you've been
emotional
in the sort of like battle trenches of it for so long, and you kind of forget what the whole point of it was. You see it. I think especially in your case that it's almost this like scrapbook for the year.
Yeah, it was. Even though it's just one video, it encapsulates a lot of stuff. So
that's for sure. My most proudest video is, I guess, Ava in 5 minutes, end of Ava in 5 minutes, kind of combined. But my favorite video is, I believe it's Metal Gear 5 predictions. Jared Fogle. And
That video,
Metal Gear Solid 5 spoof
was
Metal Gear Solid 5
so
spoof.
much
Wait,
fun to film. Yeah, you heard right.
MGS 5 spoof is probably my favorite,
That
just
was-
like main channel video that like we've ever
And
done.
that was one that was filmed in an hour. We're like, let's improvise the thing. What are we gonna do?
That's always been some of the best stuff.
But-
is when you have like zero fucking time or
Yeah.
plan.
There, the whole premise of that, really quick, is that some guy is named Jared Fogle, but he's not that Jared, and he's saying that
just his name.
guy's an impersonator, whatever. But our friend Eric was helping us film, but didn't know anything. So like, hey, just roll camera, and we're not gonna tell you what we're filming. So it's just Derek running in the room going, "I'm Jared Fogle," and Eric was like,
It's behind the camera.
"What is this video?"
What is this? And then what was extra funny about it is that it was a lot of improv, just a lot of fun stuff. At the end, we try to draw out the ending of the videos. I try to draw out the real Jared Fogle, and then it just hard cuts to me. I went into a Subway dressed as a little kid with the like propeller hat, going,
Jesus.
"Uncle Jared, where are you?"
Big lollipop.
And as soon as we did that, you heard everyone in the Subway, "Oh fuck, dude!"
They knew.
Like,
They
can't,
knew.
like, and then that Subway closed.
That video
Subway
was so
gone
hard.
about a
That's
day
the best
later.
Video was super fun to film, and I don't know how big that video even is our Pokemon Go PSA where you're the cop and behind you
Yeah,
is
that
the
was
whole
fun.
like scene of like chaos. Like Garrett's naked. Like we hit Eric with a car, like shoot someone, but it's like, that was a fun time too.
Good.
We actually just
Yeah.
filmed a video that hasn't been released yet. That filming it was like, this is so up my alley. This is so much fucking fun. I don't know when this video is gonna come out, but we filmed a video. You'll know. When you see
okay.
it,
Yeah.
When you
You'll
see it, you'll
know.
go, this was for
Oh, yeah,
Sean.
we are still sitting on that. I forgot.
It was
about
fucking fun. So
that. But as we mentioned, put out a video this week. In case you haven't seen it, I didn't plug anything, so I should probably do that. But
we're at time.
We're
we
at the
did
end of
have
the
a
show.
video. Yeah, we did have a video come out this last week. The ultimate item duplication glitch. We did a video about the ethics of the duping tricks in like Zelda, where people figured out how to duplicate items.
Yeah, didn't they have one where it was like if you carry stuff past like an invisible wall or something that it
there were a few different glitches.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
So we did one where Derek figures out how to actually do it like in real life, where he gets a couple burritos and he hops, skips, and jumps, and then he has like 8 burritos, you know. So, and then I get all pissy, and it's a metaphor for the game, but it's a metaphor for a whole lot of stuff.
Can I say the worst part about that video?
What's the worst part, Sean?
Is that I was under the impression we were going to get actual burritos that day, and Derek shows up and bless him, he figured it out. It's a water bottle wrapped in the burrito paper with like a ball of paper on top to make it the size of a burrito. And he was like, I made these. And it's like, that's awesome. And they definitely like burritos, but I wanted to get burritos.
But we also could have had lunch.
It really is funny. Everywhere we went, it was like, oh, is this a burrito scene? Yeah. Check it out. I made them with the bottles. I just felt like one by one, I saw everyone go, oh, okay, so you made them.
Yeah, because earlier in the
He's
week,
like really proud of them.
Yeah,
earlier,
they did a great job. But everyone was just like, oh, yeah, you made it.
man,
earlier in the week, I was promised, like, yo, in a couple days, we're filming the burrito scene. Like, at lunch on us.
We need 50 burritos.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
turns
think
out
We did have tackies, though.
we had Takis.
Takis? How do you say it?
I say tacky. It's for
I
fun.
say Takis. I'm not
Takis?
sure.
Mm.
I do
Okay.
have, because as far as the answer, that Last of Us video was the one I was most proud of. But as you guys were talking, I was like, man, I'm trying to think of like, you know, you're talking about like really memorable having fun. I think my favorite and why it's probably still because you know you could set like your home channel, like what video naturally plays if someone comes. For their longest time, and I probably won't change it, it's the Pizza Hut PS1 demo discs. Because it was like the second or third green screen video I'd ever done.
Okay.
And I didn't really know what I was doing. And I filmed it on my phone and I have like this big zit and I'm like trying to play a song on the keyboard. And it was, I think it was like from that point on, it was like, okay, this is what we're doing. And so I think I cherish it for that reason.
That's cool.
And I just love those demo discs. too.
Yeah, that's right.
I love
thought about
Pizza
those
Hut.
a long
Free
time.
game software.
Also, people did notice there was an actual fight in our video.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
We happened to catch
like the
a
last
real
take.
fight in the background.
Like a street fight.
Street fight.
There's a lead up to a scene
It's
in
so
our
wimpy,
video where we are going to have a street fight. Like me and Derek have a fist fight in an alley in this video, and in the moment leading up to it, like it's a dolly shot. The camera's dollying away from me, and I'm looking pissed. And as they're getting that, 2 guys are fighting over a bike behind. Get the fuck away from me! It was just like,
Yeah.
it's just the universe is coming
The
together.
universe- it was like, man, we not only did you guys do great, but we got the fucking take. You have no idea how great that shot was.
Yeah, it's like, should we do another one? I mean, we're using that one.
There's
so
no way we're not using that one. So
Yeah.
we got it. We got it.
Oh man.
But yeah, I
Do you
think-
hold? Are you going to hold on it for a bit so people can actually see like
No,
what
Hey, it's there.
it's there.
transpiring?
You'll
the
see
fight
it.
wasn't that.
It wasn't too grandiose, and it starts and ends within like 10 seconds.
Yeah, it's a quick one.
Yeah.
Like they were. It's in the whole fight is in the video.
It's in the scene, yeah.
yeah.
It's
But
perfectly framed up, right?
Yeah.
that video, I think it's one of our best. I think it's really good.
I really like
the way
it.
it's shot. It's fun.
I'm trying to think of the going back to the Metal Gear Solid 5 one. I remember the Metal Gear Solid 4 one where Kojima's in it.
Yes.
yeah.
That's,
Oh, yeah.
I remember because my dad had got a PS3 to watch Blu-rays because he wasn't super into video games, but he got it right around when that game came out.
Yeah.
I remember
that's
being
when I got mine too.
I remember being hyped out of my mind. You guys dropped that video.
Oh yeah.
The game
Thank
is good. It's-
4?
Yeah.
4 is interesting, yeah.
I love all of the games. I'm a big fan of the whole series.
Yeah.
But 4, I almost like it because of how much of kind of black sheep it's become. And you
Yeah.
can only play it on PS3 still.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is weird.
I think it's maybe my second favorite
To
in
2?
the series to 3.
To 3.
I think it's 3,
I
4.
don't know why I guess 2.
2 has brilliant story stuff in it, but it kind of just is so technical and is in kind of the same metal hallways again and again that I kind of like. I don't
Yeah.
want to replay this.
No. And
But-
also, even though the story beats are really interesting, it still has the Kojima stuff of like, this is so over explaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3
Yeah.
is a bit more concise. 3 might be my favorite.
3 is mine for sure.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I like 4 just for being like, it fully commits to like, this is the movie to wrap it all up. It doesn't try to be anything else.
It's
It
so
tries to be all of
I
them.
just think it's so odd, and I can't name another game quite like that. So that's
Yeah.
why I rank it so high.
4 truly tries to be solid 2, solid 3, and something new at the same time. It's
Yeah.
like, this is every game.
Yeah.
And the gameplay is actually awesome. You just don't get to do a lot of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's so many cutscenes that like the Middle East environment in the beginning is so cool and the actual gameplay is so fun, but it's like it's over like that.
Yeah.
Like there's
Yeah.
and the whole thing with Drebin and like getting the different guns and it's like I don't really need to do any of this though because I can just trank everyone all the time.
Yeah.
But it's still no.
Yeah, it's definitely odd, but I it's like because of that
I remember
like it so much.
shaking the controller to like erase your current camo pattern with the 6-axis thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Because when he like spiders on the ground, you could shake it and he like
Yeah. Well, so we were saying, so our video, it's out on YouTube. Sorry, not to
No,
take
you're
away
good.
from Metal Gear, but our video is out on YouTube. Please check that out if you get the chance.
Check it out.
Item duplication.
And you know
glitch
what? We
video.
never say this. Share it.
Oh, that's
Yes.
right.
Is that how you get in the algorithm's favor? Share
Put
the
it on
video.
Reddit
Yeah.
and
Share the
say,
video.
look at this cool video I
Yeah,
Send it
found.
to
I'm not going
everyone.
to do that, but you put it on Reddit.
Put it on
and then
Reddit
say,
and-
check out Dunstan Checks In as well.
Yeah,
Thank
share
you.
that too. While we're doing our plugs, I do have to get this in there. Shop.mega64.com.
Yeah.
Go on there. You got some stuff a minute ago.
Yeah, you want me
picked
to
up some
grab it?
shirts and stuff.
Let me show it off. Hold on.
Show it
While
off.
you're doing that, I'll just say, if you go to shop.mega64.com, we're going to take care of you. Let me tell you, because not only do we have Blu-rays of our work, we got vinyl records of comedy shit that we've done, but we've got clothes you can look hot in.
Look hot.
You know, you got it.
Oh,
you
look
get
at that.
Yeah. I think that's the
Hot damn.
Web Surfer sweatshirt.
Looking
Nice.
real nice.
We have
real
all
hot.
kinds of stuff.
Oh,
Look at that.
Oh shit.
The
Yeah, it's got a
classic.
special
You're the
emblem on the
back
back.
on- for 20 years.
I just wanted another of the
20
OG
years.
one.
We
Yeah.
did that for the 20th anniversary. Put that emblem on the back.
I love the original logo.
Thank you.
no, thank you. Yeah,
It
it's
takes
classic.
me back to those game trailers. Screw attack.
Yeah.
A simpler time.
We're gonna do it. We'll do a screw attack shirt next. We'll get on that. We'll license
You'll
that.
Secure the rights.
But check all that stuff out. This last Friday we just restocked it. End of summer. It's here. We did an end of summer merch restock. There's sunglasses. Great design by our friend Mariel. We got all kinds of designs up there. The California Gamist shirt. All
Yeah,
of that is
classic.
up. So go pick that stuff
And
up.
get it. Yeah, it's in stock now. Kevin will send it to you
Immediately.
ASAP.
Yeah, it's ready to go now.
Immediate.
So, we'll
Kevin's
get it-
foaming at the mouth.
Yeah,
He's
Kevin's looking at me saying, I'm bored.
Look at him back there. He's panting.
Kevin, you all right? Oh, he's
Get a
really
drink.
bored.
Drink some
all right,
water.
all right. Help out Kevin, please.
All right.
Because he's not going to shut the fuck
Well,
up.
yeah, exactly.
Hurry up.
We need to do something.
He
about
needs
him.
some milk.
But check all that out. And of course, patreon.com/mega64, where we always have extra video material. We got episodes of Movie Club, episodes of Friend Dimension. We have some great stuff there coming out. Stuff from the vault. Our Comic-Con panel is finally out on there, like I talked about last time, that got destroyed by the fire alarm. That footage is finally on there. There's all kinds of stuff.
Dude,
There's a
I
fire
just did,
alarm.
Yeah, we had a fire incident during Comic-Con.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
What were you saying?
I did Record Club, and the next one I did Aerosmith Rocks with Jenny.
Oh, nice.
My next one is Weezer's Blue Album.
Oh,
yes.
what an influential
I'm
album.
I think I'm,
Wait,
I think I'm joining on
What
that.
is this for?
For our Patreon, they pick a random number out of this bag, and then I go to the Rolling Stone book that you were looking at earlier, and I listen to that album and I talk about it. I do research on it and talk
the
about
top
it.
500
Top
albums.
500 albums all the time.
Do you listen to it on stream?
No,
Well, because that's
because I
the
can't. Because they'll
DMCA.
get me.
'Cause that would be
They'll
a-
get me.
That would be fun to do like a listening party.
Yeah.
So if it's an album people really love, they
I
can see
know.
your reaction. I
Yeah.
love
Do it on
Blue
Discord.
Album.
Blue
Blue Album is like that's
Iconic.
That's
Come on.
like some
Every
of the
song.
earliest music I remember hearing
No
from my
kidding.
old not like period,
Oh, okay.
but when I was old enough to like start shaping my taste, and it was just
Yeah.
like left in the car from my older sister, and I was like,
Yo.
"My name is Jonas," and I was like, "Wait, what the hell is this?"
Yeah,
And, like,
yeah.
So we're gonna get into all
So good.
that
That's
this week.
huge.
Rocco may join me. I don't want to, speak for him.
No, I'm going to try.
That
Okay.
one's
I think
so
I'm
influential.
doing
I got that on cassette.
Dude, we
when
should
that
have
came out.
everyone on. Okay, we'll do it right now.
I got that on
Blue
VHS.
Album.
All right, let's do it.
No,
you should have Rocco
So,
on.
so check out Patreon, please.
Yes. So check out all that stuff. And of course, thanks to everyone who came to PAX, because we literally ran from the Seattle Convention Center over to here
Yeah.
moments ago. We booked it
We
on
ran
the
down the
fastest jet. We took the sound barrier.
No.
Breaker.
We actually recreate our set in Seattle for,
Oh, yeah,
for tonight.
we
So
are
we're actually currently in Seattle.
Yes.
I'm going to go get a Seattle dog.
I'm
In a
Wes
second.
Smith. I'm not
Yes.
even.
Yeah.
This is an actor in a wig right here.
Yep.
Perfect. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah,
I
thank
hope
you.
had a
Thank you
good
so much
time.
for
Is there
having me.
anything? We're gonna wrap this up. Hey, Johnny. No, I'm gonna out Johnny for a
Oh,
second.
God.
Sorry.
Oh no,
Johnny has actually watched you longer than I think anyone here. Johnny,
Shout out
you
Johnny.
you have your chance. You could ask him anything.
Oh,
Ask
What
him
would you
if he
ask?
wants to do a
God.
green ball.
What would you ask?
Ask me anything.
I think it'd be interesting. I could say my favorite videos for both of you guys.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
Um,
I like that.
Okay, with Mega64, I think my favorite video is still Timbo.
Timbo.
Okay.
Jeez, okay.
Which one is Timbo?
We get into a street fight. It was a pointless video, but we get into a street fight and Derek knocks my eye out, and it's just him barfing for 3 minutes. That's it. It was just
My
it was a
favorite.
promo. It was
Really
it was a
resonated
paid
with you.
promo.
So good.
It was a paid promo we did in 2006, and they paid for it, but then they were like, yeah, we're not gonna play this.
It's a parody
But
of
you
a guy
got
named
the money.
Kimbo
Yeah.
Slice.
We filmed it in a school parking lot, and a
Oh.
teacher yelled at us while we were filming it.
Like, yeah, there's
Gross.
students here, and you have a bloody eye, and you're puking everywhere. So stop. Anyway,
And for,
thank you, Johnny. Thank
and,
you.
Oh, for Jakey, this one's really nostalgic for me. It reminds me of living in Brooklyn, but I think it's called Dark Souls Saved Me. That's my like favorite video on the whole internet. That shit is so
The whole-
good.
Damn.
Johnny!
Whole
Wow.
internet, whole internet.
Johnny, what the?
Guess you want a new editor.
That's the one of the most
No.
endearing videos.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Well, only where we can do now is end this
Yeah,
shit.
let's end on that.
Thank you, Johnny. Appreciate
On,
you.
He likes it better
Jakey
than Dunstan
fanboy,
checks
number
in.
one up there.
Have you
Jesus.
ever seen
Damn.
this and checks in, Johnny? I'll show you later.
That's
Yeah.
a bold. We were talking about a lot of different internet stuff. That's a bold statement. but
Come on.
sorry for your loss.
Is that what you think of me, Johnny?
I'm furious. Hey, thanks everyone for watching.
Thanks for
this.
watching.
Thanks for watching,
You want to do
everyone.
any
Thanks,
final thing
Jakey.
to say?
Thank you, Johnny. It's very sweet of you to like that specific video. Sorry to you guys. Yeah, on some real shit. You guys are the goats.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
thank you.
Oh,
Hey,
jeez.
In-
Wow.
thank you, Jakey.
inspiration and just jokes aside, love the stuff.
Thank you
you.
very
Wow.
much.
Thank,
Well, I
thank,
appreciate
thank
that.
you for doing what you do.
Oh, thank
you.
you for coming on.
You should,
and
you should sit on a green ball.
everyone, good night. We love you.
Bye for now.